Joining us now to discuss the first on CNBC interview is Honeywell Aerospace CEO, Jim Courier. Welcome, Jim. Congrats on the spin-off.
Thank you so much for having me on the show today.
So now that it's complete, what are you able to do as a standalone company that you couldn't under the bigger conglomerate?
Well, I think it's important to understand how we are positioned within the aerospace and defense industry. We are a single, large-scale, premier provider of the most critical mission systems that you see on aircraft platforms today. We are embedded within the commercial aerospace industry, within the defense industry. We're on over 250 platforms across the board with our products and services. And the one thing that I would say that is exceptionally important for us as a standalone is an ability to invest organically, an ability to invest inorganically, and an ability to invest our capital in a manner that is very specific and unique and specified just for Honeywell Aerospace.
And where are those priorities right now for investment?
So right now, as we laid out as part of our Investor Day, we laid out our priorities around investing capital allocation into our supply base to unlock the capacity.
Right, in supply chain?
Exactly. We did that over the last 3 years, and we'll continue to do that going forward as well. That is our number one priority. We have a tremendous amount of demand in the business. We have over $19 billion of backlog, 20% growth year on year in terms of our backlog, record levels for us. And so that ability to continue to invest that capital both within our own factories and down into the supply base to continue to unlock capacity to drive additional growth for the business is a number one priority for us. Number two would be around looking at potential M&A activity, right? Any inorganic plays that we'd be able to make as well as part of that. And so those are really our two priorities. But first and foremost, it's really about investing the capital in the areas to unlock continued demand within the factories.
Did you give any clues as to whether M&A would come more likely from the commercial or the defense side?
There is no specific area per se. We really focus more on technology. And what's important for Honeywell Aerospace that I think isn't well understood is that we develop technology that is not bespoke for a particular end market. Meaning, we don't develop technology specifically for the commercial end market. We don't develop technology specifically for the defense end market. We actually develop once and deploy everywhere. So it's not specific on any one platform. So even if we were to acquire a company that had more commercial technology associated with it, we would bring that technology over into the defense sector, and same way as we would do if we would acquire something that was more defense-centric. Like our acquisition of CASE, as an example, back in September of 2024. It was a great acquisition for us. It allows us to take that capability and technology differentiation, U.S. domestic defense only, move them internationally, which is a strong play for us. Because 30% of our defense business right now is international defense.
Do you think that the conglomerate premium ever comes back? Are we done with that? Are it pure plays for as far as the eye can see in general?
I think there's a tremendous advantage in being a pure play. I mean, us as Honeywell Aerospace, embedded within the conglomerate of Honeywell, had very different strategies compared to the other businesses. Very different needs, very different demand profiles. And so an ability to invest as opposed to doing it across multiple businesses that have disparate strategies and needs, and being able to focus that 100% as a pure play is a tremendous value unlock.
I mean, in the old days, you would say, well, they can ride out various cycles and sort of, have this rolling cyclical strength, but that argument kind of died several years ago.
I think it was an argument for some period of time. What I would tell you about Honeywell Aerospace is that the diversification of our portfolio, as well as the diversification of the end markets that we serve, actually provides an equivalent level of resiliency of the business. Our commercial business is up. Our defense business is up. It doesn't matter which end market we're talking about. And the breadth of the portfolio, whether it's avionics, radar systems, communication systems, jet engines, APUs, thermal management systems, friction control, fuel control, it's such a breadth and across multiple end markets, that in and of itself provides resiliency. And for us, there's no single platform in the aerospace industry that represents more than mid-single-digit % of our revenue. So by default, it's very resilient to the ebbs and flows just within the A&D community.